This is the book of 1 John chapter 2 and verse 15. It says, love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of Yahweh is not in him. All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to start off by giving all praise unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Yahweh, who the world ignorantly calls God, and Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. And I just wanted to do a quick lesson, going into, hey, look, man, screw the world, right? Screw what the world has to say, man. Okay, because look, we're not trying to, make friends with the world. We're not trying to, be somebody, on this side, so to speak, man. We say what? We say the hell with the world, right? The hell with these people in the world, right? The hell with what the world thinks, man. We're following who the world ignorantly calls Christ, man. We're gonna follow after what the Christ has to say. Okay, we don't give a shit about what the world thinks, man. Right, when it comes to these scriptures. Okay, we're just gonna follow who the world ignorantly calls Christ, which his real name is Yahushai. All right, we're following after what the Christ said. Okay, which the message that the Christ gave is going to make a lot of people emotional, man. Right, a lot of people are going to be offended at the message that, who the world calls Christ, what he gave. And Christ even knows that, because all you got to do is read, what is that, Matthew 11 and 6 says, blessed is the man who is not offended in me. Right, so wait a second. Why would Christ make that statement if his message was all about love then? How would that make any sense? I'll quote it again, Matthew 11 and 6. Blessed is the man who is not offended in me. So wait, it's like, why would Christ even say that if his message was all peace and love to begin with? And the answer is because it's not, even though it's true that there's the Most High, and the Son certainly do love. That's true. Right, we're not going to take that away, because that's true. Right, the Lord does definitely love, and Christ did teach love. That is true. But then he also did teach, some harsh sayings, man. I'll give an example. What about Luke 19:27, where bring my enemies and slay them before me. That's what Christ said. Okay, so that's a hard saying, man. Okay, so I mean, it's funny because why do the Christians never read that verse for some reason? You know what I'm saying? That verse will never be read, in the church. Or what about Ezekiel the 9th chapter, Psalms 137, Isaiah the 13th chapter? Right, those will never be read. Oh, what about if you go to what is it, 2 Chronicles 15:13? That whosoever does not believe in the Lord, the God of Israel, they should be put to death, whether they be small or great, whether they be a man or a woman. So that one will never get read. So here it is. These Christians, I always hate to see it, man. That if I ever watch a video of a Christian and a Muslim having a conversation, the Christian will say, oh, well, you guys, kill people that don't believe in Allah, right? You people, dislike these other people who don't believe in your God. It's like, but wait a second, though. Wait a second. The Bible says the same thing, though. And I just quoted it, 2 Chronicles 15:13. That whosoever doesn't believe in the Lord, the God of Israel, they should be put to death, whether they be small or great, whether they be a man or a woman. And that's not what the mind of ETT said. A little inside joke. That's not what ETT said. That's what the Bible says. All right, so let's not make this into, a personal attack, because that's what guys turn it into. If they hear us say something, they'll make it look like we're the ones coming out saying that. But yet the truth is, we're just quoting what the scriptures say. Right? We're just quoting what the Bible's saying. That's all we're quoting from. Okay, we're quoting from what the world calls Christ said, man. Okay? So, it just shows you, okay, that, a lot of guys out here, man, don't really know what's going on. Oh, it tells you in the Apocrypha, it says that many have deceived themselves by their own vain faults and opinions. Let me just grab a couple of precepts, man. Bear with me a second. Okay. I just wanted to grab a couple of skip G's, just to get, right to the point. Okay, because, even though we have to, live in the world, and cohabitate, with unbelievers, of course, that's just, that's what it is right now, man. Okay, that's, the scriptures speak about, if it's possible, be at peace with all men, is what it says. Okay, bear with me just a second. All right, I'm sorry about that. Here's another good one, right? John 15, we'll start at 18. It says, if the world hate you, you know that it hated me before it hated you. And this is Christ speaking here. It says, if ye were of the world would love his own. But because ye are not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hates you. Remember the word which I said unto you, the servant is not greater than his Lord. If they persecuted me, they will also persecute you. If they have kept my saying, they will also keep yours. But all these things will they do unto you for my name's sake, because they know not him that sent me. Right. So, and that shows you, man. And I can say this, man, because, hey, look, I have been one of the few who have, actually been, may I say, put into, these institutions, because of the scriptures, man, right? Because of doing the work of the Lord, right? I've been through that. And I don't say that to boast about myself or nothing, but I've had that experience, right? I've had that experience before. I've been put, in a mental institution,